So why did you join Young Living? What interested you about Young Living in the very beginning? What products did you seek out that you thought might solve a problem in your life or your family's life? So hey everyone, my name is Chris Opfer and I'm a Royal Crown Diamond in Young Living, and thank you so much for letting me into your day. I'm here to talk to you about something that is very near and dear to me, and that's because I kind of have a unique experience with Young Living. You see, I was kind of raised in this company. My mother actually enrolled in Young Living in 1994. I was just 9 years old. I actually started teaching with her when I was 10 years old, and I've really had the opportunity to grow up in Young Living, and I've had the chance to see it from the very beginning to where we are today. And what I want to talk with you about today is that 1,000-foot view of what Young Living is, who we are as not only a company, but also as a culture and a movement. And that's really what I think makes Young Living so very special. So you've probably heard the term that we are all about products over profit. And that is absolutely true with Young Living. Young Living absolutely puts product before profit, and they have since day one. And of course, that makes us very special. That makes us very unique in the essential oil world. But it's not what I think really sets us apart as far as our vision as a company. You probably have heard, if you've been around long enough, you may have actually heard it directly from Gary Young, that Young Living's goal and mission is to get essential oils into every household around the world. So that's kind of a neat idea, right? You probably love your essential oils. If you're watching this, you're considering doing something more with them, you're considering sharing with people, or maybe you've already started. And you probably love the idea of essential oils being in every home around the world. But what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean that we have an essential oil sitting on a shelf in somebody's bathroom or behind their sink or floating around at the bottom of somebody's purse with a bunch of other stuff or whatever it is, or lost in a backpack, right? It's not that we want to just get the oils physically in everybody's home, right? We want to give them what's inside these bottles. And yeah, there are essential oils in there, but there's something that's so much greater, and that's because essential oils are phenomenal tools. So again, think back to those questions I first asked you, right? Maybe you came into Young Living because you wanted to support your immune system, and you heard about Thieves Vitality, and you thought that would be a great idea. Maybe you wanted to green your home and get those horrible chemicals out of your house so your family could live healthier and happier. Maybe you were totally stressed out and you thought that peace and calming and stress away were going to be great tools for you, and you found that they were. Everybody comes into Young Living with a problem. Something they're seeking to change. That's why you came to Young Living. There was something you wanted to change in your life, and everybody comes to Young Living with things that they want to change. So I want you to think about this for a minute. Think about that young mom who maybe has her first or her second kid, and maybe they're not sleeping. Imagine how we could empower her with these products if not only we could maybe give her some lavender, right, to help her have a better night's sleep, but what about Seedlings Calm, right, or Sleepy Eyes to help her kids sleep better? Can you imagine how much happier and healthier that family would be if they were just sleeping better? What about the person that needs that boost in their immune system? So, the Thieves Vitality, the Longevity Vitality, the Inner Defense, those sorts of things. Can you imagine what they might be able to do and how empowered they would feel if their immune system was better? What about that person that works long days at work and in a stressful job, and they come home and they just want to de-stress? What if they could just reach for a bottle of Stress Away? That's what this company is all about. You see, that's empowering people. Maybe it's a family that wants to get rid of all of those nasty cleaners and personal care products that are just full of chemicals that are endocrine disrupting, and exchange them for things that are actually good for them that are infused with essential oils. Maybe even like our household cleaner, right? I mean, it's great that we can clean our floors and we don't have to worry about our kids or pets walking across them right after we did it. Or in my case, maybe even licking the floor. True story. So I tell you all of this because this really is about empowering people. This is about giving people these extraordinary tools to help solve their problems, to help them live a happier and healthier life. That's what it means to get oils in every home across the world. It's not a little piece of glass and plastic and, a liquid sitting inside on somebody's shelf. It's about empowering them. It's about giving them tools. It's about helping them live happier and healthier lives. And that's the 1,000-foot vision. So every time we share these amazing essential oils with people or our oil-infused products, we genuinely get to invest in them in the same way that somebody invested in us. We get to help them solve their problems in the same way that somebody helped us solve ours. We get to help them live happier and healthier lives in the same way that somebody did that for us. Because that's who we are as a culture. That's who we are at our core. That's who we are at Young Living.
My name's April Pointer, and I'm going to be sharing with you today about storytelling. Storytelling is probably the most pivotal part of a Young Living business. It is one of the best ways to convey information because a story is so memorable. Stories in this business help a lot because they tap into the emotions of the person that's listening. So I will be the first to say that storytelling is very, very easy to learn, and you can teach it to other people and duplicate it. So sharing your story does not have to be half an hour long. It does not have to be convoluted and complicated. It should actually only be around 5 or 6 minutes long to tell somebody your story that you're leading or bringing into Young Living. Now, there are 4 parts to a story. We have to communicate all 4 parts effectively. The first part is our background. The second is our struggles, our dissatisfaction. The third part is the solution we found. And the fourth part is our hope for the future. So let's start off with number 1 and dissect this. The first part, your background. This is where you start off with your story, where you're from, where you grew up, what your career is, what your skill sets are, what life was like for you before Young Living. This is the very first part of your story. And then you move into number 2. And number 2 is the dissatisfaction with your circumstance or the part you didn't like, whatever the struggle actually was. And this is where you're getting real and you're getting vulnerable and you're sharing your struggles here. And when you are vulnerable and authentic and real, this is where people start to care about you and they start to like you. They want to get to know you better and they want to help you. Why is that? Because there's probably a shared pain there because you're sharing some pain points and there's probably something that they're sharing a pain with you. This is the part that tells somebody, or they're telling you, I can connect to you. I can relate to you, like we're the same, me and you. So without this second point, this is going to be very, very empty conversation. The second point should take up probably 60 to 70% of the storytelling itself. The third part is that you have found a solution, number 3. And this solution is what created a way for you to live a better life because you have Young Living in it now, your solution. You now have a healthier life. You have a more fulfilled life, a bigger life, all within Young Living, within health and wellness, and all the things that Young Living brings to our home. And then the fourth and final point is, this is the part of our story that we're talking about how we feel about the future. And that's pretty much it. It's not complicated. But with these 4 parts of the story, the more your story is being told, the more comfortable you're going to get telling it. And it can feel really uncomfortable starting to tell your story. So I drew this out for you because I think it's a really good analogy here. So here we are in our comfort zone down here, and we want to talk about Young Living and we want to share a story, but we don't really know who or how. And so we stretch a little bit and we learn how to do that. And that's where these little lines are, come right here. And you're just starting to step into this magic happening, personal development, growth stretch area here. And then once you move beyond that, it just takes a little bit. It just takes a few steps to really get jumping in over here and to dive in. So anyway, when you get out of your comfort zone, this is where we get, okay? So back to those 4 points. Can you take a guess on which of those 4 points is the absolute most important step? Well, I might shock you, but the very most pivotal part of the story is number 2, and that is your pain points, your dissatisfaction or your struggle. And this is so important because this is where all of the emotion is in your storytelling. This is where your listener is going to be connecting to your past circumstance that you're sharing. And it's what makes the listener care about you because, again, all of the emotion is involved. This is where they're saying, oh yeah, me too. I feel your vibe. Like, I've got you. I get it. And right here, this is what creates either a closer bond with a friend or family member, or it brings a stranger in closer in a very short period of time because they can connect to you emotionally like this. All of the above does not really care about number 3 and 4 in your life. They don't really necessarily care about your hopes and dreams or your future unless it's your mom, okay? Or your spouse. So when we're storytelling, we always want to focus on point number 2, which is our dissatisfaction or our pain points. And again, I would spend at least 60 to 70% of that on that area, that struggle. Now, a lot of your friends and family may not have heard your second point, those pain points in your life, and they don't even know about them because you put on a brave face at the time when you're walking through that, or if you're still walking through that, and they just don't know about it. So this is going to connect a whole new layer of people by connecting to them emotionally to you. So back to 3 and 4, your solution and hope for the future. These are great and they are necessary to talk about, but they're just information. It's great information, but it's just information. There's very little passion happening in those last 2 points. When you only focus on those 2 points, this is where salespeople get a bad rap or network marketing gets a bad rap because it comes across as arrogant and self-absorbed and salesy and gross. It makes people feel like they need a shower, right? We all know the salesperson, the salesman that we just throw all of our objections at because we're just like, there's no emotion there. There's no connection. And so people walk away, again, probably feeling like they need a shower. So we want to stick to all 4 points. Don't tell one without the other. Don't tell just 1 and 2. Don't tell just 2 and 3. You want to tell all 4 points, okay? And the more specific your story is, the more impact and the more powerful it's going to be to your listener because you're adding action, you're adding dialogue, and you're adding body language to it. So I want you to write it out and read it out loud to yourself and find out if you can identify areas that you need to change or improve on, and then have a friend or a spouse or an audience sit down and listen to you. Is that going to feel weird? Yes. Is that going to feel uncomfortable? Probably. Do you want to grow in this? I'm guessing your answer is yes, or you wouldn't be watching any of these trainings. But why even do this? Well, the reason for doing this is practicing in front of other people is because eventually you want this to just roll off your tongue, and every time you tell your story, you will improve it, and your body posture will get better. Your confidence will grow. Your nonverbal communication is going to get better and better because we want this and we need this because people are buying you. And before they enroll in Young Living, they are buying you and your story and why they should even join. So go write it down, practice it. I want you to share your story with a handful of people over the next 2 weeks. And this alone, sharing it over 2 weeks will get you more comfortable talking to people and more comfortable building your business. So that's all for me, guys. Learning to tell your story effectively. Oh my gosh. You are actually going to find that your greatest adversity, if this is uncomfortable for you, is going to turn into probably your best asset in building this business, because struggles moved into victories and lessons learned are worth talking about. We have to help other people overcome the same struggles or something similar, and this is what Young Living is all about. So this is why I love this company. I'm super happy to be talking with you guys about this today. So go do this, guys. Go write it down, write your story, practice it, and then go and share it. Bye, guys.
Garner, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mindset and how important it is to have the right mindset so that you can build your business successfully. Anybody is capable of building a Young Living business. That's the great thing about network marketing. You don't need any special skills, you don't need any kind of special training, education. Someone with a high school degree can be super successful, and someone with a PhD can be super successful as well. But one thing that often gets in the way of being successful is the thoughts that we have about ourselves as leaders or about others. So I want to just kind of tackle a couple of those right off the bat so that you can just move forward in your Young Living business with the right mindset to be successful. So the first thing that I want to talk about is just the mindset of, I don't want to be a pushy person. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to feel like a car salesperson and just be super salesy. That's usually the biggest thing that gets in the way of people sharing. So I want to break it down for you. Nobody wants to be a pushy salesperson, and nobody likes to be sold to, right? But do you share? Like when you find a restaurant that you love, do you tell people about it? Do you tell people about I got this dish and then this dessert and it was amazing and the place was so cute and the restaurant staff were amazing? When you see a great movie, do you tell your friends, go see that? Or if you see an awful movie, do you tell your friends, skip it, it's not worth your time? If someone compliments you on something that you're wearing, do you tell them oh, I got it at this store on sale or whatever? You already are sharing, and you're just gonna use that same mindset to share about Young Living and the products. You know people that need these products. You're simply sharing your success stories or other people's success stories to help them make their own decision about whether or not they want to purchase products. You're not just coming at them with this product, sell, 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 with that coming from your heart. You're coming from a place of authenticity. And that's key with everything with this business. If you're coming from a place of authenticity, of you genuinely love this product or you genuinely don't recommend this product, your friends, your family, anybody that you come in contact with will feel that authenticity. So think of yourselves as a share person versus a salesperson. And maybe just that little shift in how you think about it will help you share a little bit more frequently with more people. The next thing that I want to talk about that sometimes gets in the way of sharing or just doing this business is we often hear, I don't want to make money off my friends. That's just awkward. Okay, let's switch that a little bit. They're going and shopping for these same kind of products at the stores, the big box stores, right? They might not be getting essential oils, but they are probably getting laundry detergent and all of the non-toxic products that we have in Young Living's product lines. They're giving their money to a big box company. That money is not really going to the employees. I would rather support small businesses, and I do my best to support small local businesses especially. So think of yourself as a small local business. Would you rather have your friends and family contribute to helping you get a couple extra $100 that can help you pay for organic groceries or pay for your child's dance class or just pay for gas money? And the other thing to think about when it comes to, I don't want to make money off friends or family, is switch the money with, instead of it having a negative connotation, think of every dollar that you're earning or that your team is earning as a certificate of health or proof that you are changing people's lives. These products change people's lives in a really significant way. And every dollar that you make is going to be proof that you're helping to improve your friends and your family's lives by sharing with them about these life-changing products. Okay, so that's just a little shift. The next one I often hear is, I don't know anyone that would want to buy these products. I don't have a big circle of friends. Okay, so we know that there are people that got to the highest ranks of Young Living with 20 Facebook friends and no internet, and they just went and started networking and sharing and finding a friend that knew a friend, and they would just start sharing and expanding their circle. You might know a few people, but once you start sharing with those few people, those people know people, and hopefully they're gonna fall in love with their products. You're gonna help them fall in love with their products by educating them and teaching them how to use their products so that they can have success with them. And then hopefully they're gonna wanna share. But also, if you ever leave your house, you are likely to meet somebody in the line at the post office or the grocery store or the bank or whatever. If you have little kids and you have play dates, there will inevitably be somebody new that you can meet. You never know who the next person might be that's gonna walk into your life that could be a game-changing business person. So to have a mindset of, I don't know anyone, so I'm just not gonna share, is really, really limiting. So you wanna just shift it to know that, like, okay, I might have a small group of friends now, but that could grow, and all you really need is one really killer, motivated business person that knows a lot of people, and then find another one of those. And so you're going to just keep sharing, educating, and you will eventually find those people that come into your lives that you might not even know right now, but friends might refer them to you because they know that you're the Young Living person. And then the last thing that I usually hear from people that keeps them from sharing is, my friends don't have money. They don't have money in their budget. And I get that, and that's a valid concern. However, I never want to be the person that assumes something for someone else. I know, and we know, that these products are life-changing for so many reasons. So I'm gonna share with everybody. I don't care if I know that somebody just lost their job and they don't have money. This might be, this product or the oils or whatever might be the thing that they know they need to save up for, that they need to just whittle away at other costs so that they can afford to join Young Living and get those products. So I really urge you and encourage you not to assume what other people will spend. You don't know their specific situation and what their level of importance is in terms of where they put Young Living products. So keep sharing, even if you have friends that you know aren't able to afford it, because they might be able to save $20 a month and afford it in a couple of months. Or they might shift some bills and do some expert budgeting and come up with the money that they need to be able to buy the products that they need. So I really, really want to encourage you to not allow your mindset to get in the way of you growing your business successfully. Anybody can build this business successfully. No excuses. I know that you can do this, and I know that if you share the lifestyle and share about the products in a truly authentic way, you will be able to grow your business in a successful way. Thanks for joining me. Bye.
Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, and my family and I have been using Young Living essential oils and our amazing products for almost 8 years. These products have changed our lives in so many ways. I'm so grateful. I'm excited to chat with you today about closing the sale and enrolling your friends. We make it a lot more complicated than it should be. So all the potentially awkward stuff that we wish we could avoid, that's what we're talking about today. But knowing a few basic how-tos and tips will help you so very much. How you enroll your new members is very likely how they're going to enroll their new members. This is duplication, and it's so important that we get it right for having a successful business. It is our job to create an amazing first impression with just the easy breezy nature of sharing and closing and enrolling our friends. Nobody wants to be the pushy salesperson that everybody tries to avoid, right? So today I have 7 awesome tips for you for closing and enrolling your friends successfully. Number 1 is be confident. And I mean 110% confident, because if you lack confidence in closing the sale and enrolling your friend, you have to practice. I mean, get in front of your mirror in your bathroom, put your hands on your hips, and do some practicing, because when that confidence that you have will seep through your words, your body language, and everything. And if you don't have it, you've got to find it. So practice will help you with that. Your friends, family, or complete strangers will be able to pick up on the belief that you have or don't have in our products just through your body language or intonations in your voice. You can say all the right things, but ultimately your body language will tell the truth, and they'll pick up on that so fast. Tip number 2 is to own the value of the premium starter kit. This is an investment in your health. Out of all the options that Young Living offers, getting started with a premium starter kit is absolutely the best value. And if your new member will grab it on Essential Rewards, that's even better, because not only will they get another free oil if that's the promo that month, it starts them on a lifestyle, and that's what we're after, is getting them started with a wellness lifestyle. So when people come along and ask you for a product recommendation, do your best to point them to one of our premium starter kits. That way they get their products delivered right to their door, and they have the wholesale membership, which is amazing, as it is a lifetime membership. Tip number 3, avoid assuming someone else's budget. Oh my word. You guys, this one is huge, and it impacts so many people. I mean, I've done it. Everybody does this at some point or another. So avoid assuming someone else's budget. Our job has absolutely zero to do with how people spend their money. When we do our job of simply informing them and educating them in the value of our products, it's their job to decide when and if they want to spend their money with us. I know I'm not the only one who has ever hesitated to share about the premium starter kit or Essential Rewards or something else, because I assumed that somebody didn't have the money, and that's just not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to me either. So that's super awkward. So our job is to do the educating, the sharing, the knowledge bomb dropping, the informing, and letting our friends make their own choice. Tip number 4, explain transfer buying to your friends. Show your friends that rather than spending their money in many different places, it's simple to spend it with Young Living. Whether it's personal care, skincare, nutrition, supplements, body care, baby items, all the things they can purchase from Young Living. They can get money back on these completely safe, clean products. So instead of spending their money at Target or Amazon or whatever, they can buy much higher quality products from Young Living and get rewarded. That's huge. Okay, tip number 5, talk about Essential Rewards. Yes, you must talk about Essential Rewards. In the easy breezy nature of sharing our amazing products, and that the easy breezy part is so important. It's comfortable, it's casual, it's not in your face, blah, okay? So we have to talk about Young Living's monthly wellness box program, otherwise known as Essential Rewards. We have to share that it is so flexible, offers incredible rewards, and is basically the best and the only way anybody should ever order. Getting on Essential Rewards right at the beginning is the smartest way to get started. Young Living's Essential Rewards program is literally the bread and butter of our business. So it's absolutely vital that we share Essential Rewards and all our amazing products. We don't share all of our amazing products at the beginning, but we have to share that. It's better to share at the beginning than to hesitate, be like, oh, I don't know if they're going to want to join or not. Let them make that decision. Education is everything, and the purpose is to just increase our members' education and their knowledge, because knowledge is power. Because when we know better, we do better and make better decisions. So our job is to help our members fall in love with our products, more and more of them, so that they can live a wellness lifestyle at the absolute best, the fullest way for them and their family. Tip number 6, keep it simple. It is so easy to complicate things. I've been there. I've done it. So it's when we're excited and we're new and we're just getting started, it's literally like everything that glitters. We're like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do that. We have to keep it simple. Things can get so complicated so fast. So fight the fancy stuff and keep it simple. When you have a friend who wants to get started, don't give them all the details. They don't need to know what percentage back you get this month and what percentage you get back that month, or that you get loyalty oil here or whatever. They don't need to know all those things, because too many details will literally run people off. So when it's too hard or too complicated, I know you do this too, lots of people say no. If it's too hard or too complicated, I say no. So no is easier. Saying no is easier than trying to figure things out. So the simpler, the more intentional you are about keeping things simple, the better everyone's experience will be. So keep your language simple, keep your instructions simple, keep your spirit and the way that you share simple. Literally, keep everything simple, okay? All right, tip number 7, this is the last one. Sweet boss your friends. Sweet bossing. Have you heard of it? One of my amazing leaders coined the term. It is amazing and perfectly describes what we get to do on a daily basis. In our overstimulated, overcomplicated, overstressed world, people are always looking for an easy button. One of the best easy buttons is simply, pun intended, to tell people what to buy. Literally just tell them, you must get blank. You have to do blank, whatever it is. Tell them what to buy. Tell them they need to get on Essential Rewards. Tell them what to add to their order. This isn't hard, but we have to be brave enough to do it. Your friends love you. They already trust you. They will jump when you say to jump. Just tell them why they need Young Living in their life, and tell them how easy and simple it is to get started. This is simple, you guys. We have to share our products, tell our stories, and be confident. Use these tips and you will soon be closing and enrolling like an absolute boss.
Hi, I am Erin Rogers. I'm a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, and I want to talk to you for a few minutes about how to follow up with your members and how to maintain them as a part of your organization. Now, one of the problems that we run into when we begin to build our team is we have brought all of these people into Young Living, whether they've come in with oils or our Thieves products or something else. They've become a member and a part of your team, but now you have this really interesting situation where you want to continue helping them, but we start to write a narrative in our head where we believe that we've turned the relationship with our friend into some sort of a transactional relationship, which is entirely possible. It is entirely possible that the way that you deal with them feels financial. However, we tend to be so concerned about how that might come across to someone else that we pull back in a way from that relationship so that it does not feel transactional to someone else. And in effect, we become really bad at following up with them and maintaining that relationship. And so I just want to talk transparently about that for a second, because I think it's something really important for you to analyze about each of the people that you've brought in, maybe about other people that you have on your team that you don't necessarily bring in yourself, but one of your people brings in, and then that person is sort of left in this awkward situation. And we just need to demystify this whole thing, because the member who has come into Young Living has been given an opportunity for a lifestyle, has been given an opportunity for health and wellness, potentially for financial wellness as well. And there is nothing for us to feel strange about that for. What we do need to feel strange about is when we brought them into this lifestyle and we do a really poor job of following up and maintaining that relationship with them. So I love to tell this story, let's have it as an analogy. It's not even an analogy. It's just the truth. Let me just paint a picture for you. Okay. So you have brought somebody into Young Living and you don't want that to become a transactional relationship. So what we do often we just sort of pull back a little bit. We want to connect them with our resources, connect them with education, let them know how to order their products again, and then just sort of back off. You may run into them when you're places and hesitate to bring up oils, or maybe their order process recently, but you don't want them to know that that they know that that you're making money off of products that they ordered, and so you just don't talk about it at all. And so we mistakenly assume that that's going to keep things from feeling transactional. So here's the analogy. I have a friend who also does network marketing. She's with another company and she sells can openers. And now, granted, they're fairly pricey can openers. They're probably really high quality. I've never actually used one myself. But I get her emails in my inbox fairly regularly. She has done a good job of keeping herself present in front of me so that I see her on a regular basis. Now, what's also happened with that is I tend to assume that she knows I'm there. I am just watching what she's doing. I'm just sort of curious about these expensive can openers that she has. And if I were to ever click one of those emails or click a link that she has posted and grab that can opener, if I were to choose to shop from her store instead of shopping at Walmart or Target or wherever else I might be that I could grab a can opener, here's what happens. I'm going to buy a can opener from her. I'm going to receive that can opener, and I'm probably going to start using that can opener. I hope I will be using that can opener right, but I'm not really sure if I am using that can opener right because I haven't heard from her. Now, if I've made this purchase from her, what I, the consumer, am hoping is that she's going to follow up. She's going to say thank you for that purchase. If I were to happen to make a second purchase, hopefully she's going to say thank you for that. I'm going to hope that she's going to see that I purchased a can opener. She's going to then add me to this Facebook group that's exclusive for people who are using this fantastic can opener. It has all sorts of tips and tricks for how to get the most use and the most value out of my can opener. Not only that, but she's probably going to send me an email that's going to provide me some follow-up and some other things that I might be interested in based on my initial can opener purchase. Are you guys following the analogy here? See, we do something totally, and let me say this, and if she does none of that, she doesn't say thank you, she doesn't help me connect to anything, she doesn't provide me with further information that might be helpful for me, if she does none of that, I will buy a can opener from someone else next time. I will not be buying a can opener from her because she has not provided me with the service that I deserve. Now, when we think about it that way, and we flip that around and we look at what we do with essential oils, we need to remember that when somebody comes in with our oils or our lifestyle products, it is on us to help make sure that they know that, number one, we are thankful for that purchase, and not just the first one. I'm thankful for every single purchase that that member makes. Number two, have I connected them to the resources and the information that they're going to need to get the most value out of that? And I think it even goes a long way when we actually use that phrase. I know that you have invested in your health and wellness by grabbing this kit of oils, and I want to make sure that you have as many resources as you possibly can handle at your fingertips so that you can get the most value out of this purchase, and I'm here to help you with that, okay? And then number three, have we taken a good look at what they're ordering? Oh, wait a minute, we can't see that, can we? We can't see in the virtual office what they've ordered. Guys, that means we might actually have to ask them. Isn't that crazy? Okay, that feels strange, doesn't it? It feels strange to ask someone what they've ordered, but you can't do the third part of that. which is to make sure that you're providing them with supplemental things that might be helpful. Oh, you loved this month, maybe you should check out this product. I'll bet you'd really enjoy this. Oh, here's a helpful recipe to use that, or a combination that you might want to try. Listen, if we're not having open conversations with our members and asking them about their orders, we have no way of knowing what it is that they have in their household. And so, like my friend with the can opener, I'm going to assume, as the consumer, I'm going to assume she can see that I've ordered a can opener. And so if she sends me follow-up that doesn't provide me information about a can opener, I'm going to be confused. However, if she comes to me and she says, Erin, I am so excited. I saw that you ordered something through me. Thank you so much. You know what? I can't actually see what you ordered though. I would love to know so that I can send you some information and then I can equip you with the things that you're going to need to be the most effective at using your product. I will think nothing of that. And I will immediately reply and say, I bought a can opener. And then she can connect me with the can opener group. She can connect me with can opener resources. She can send me some recipes that I can maximize using that can opener. But if we don't ask, if we don't step outside of our comfort zone and reach out to people and say, hey, I saw you put an order in. What did you grab? I'd love to send you a resource. And listen, friend, that resource does not need to be something that you had to buy, okay? You don't need to make them up some sort of sample of something and send that. You don't need to send them a free oil that will go well with the one that they already bought. You don't need to do that. I just mean check the Young Living blog. Is there a helpful blog post that you can just forward to them through text or through messaging? That would be helpful to them. That is going to feel like the answer to a question that they have where you can serve them. So you need to look for ways that you can serve your members, that you can be a servant leader to them and meet them where they are at. And the only way you know where that is by asking. So the best thing that you can do to follow up with your members and to maintain a relationship with them is to have an ongoing communication with them. Make sure that you know what they're ordering. Make sure you know what it is that they are grabbing month after month so that you can get them the resources that they need. Go into the virtual office and check the reports that you have at your fingertips. There's a really great one that's called Last Order Date. It's built into the reports tab when you look at your organization. Go look at that. You can see the last date and order of every member in your entire organization. From the people who ordered today to scrolling all the way down and finding the people who haven't ordered in a year, every single person on your entire team is going to be listed right there in that list. They all have a last order date listed. And so scroll that list and take a look at it. Set a reminder to run that report every few days and see who's placed an order. Did they order through our monthly loyalty program? Did they order through, just a pop-up quick order? Do they know about the loyalty program? Is that something that you should let them know about? That is your job. That is how you're going to increase the likelihood that they will continue to shop at your store. That is how you are going to make sure that they get the most value for their product. Therefore, they see the most payoff with their health and wellness, and perhaps at that point, they're going to be very interested in sharing these products with their friends and family. Now listen, if you do this well now, I don't care if this is the first time that you've considered how you might be helping people get connected with information. If you start this now, regardless of the size of your team, you will build habits into your people that will duplicate out. So if you already have a team in place and you're looking for how to connect with your members, link arms with your other leaders and commit together to pour into them. If you don't already have a team and you're just getting started with that, for one, I applaud you. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see you soar as high as you want to soar in this company. But start early by following up with your members. Always check in and see how they're doing, how you can help them, and what resources you can provide with them. And overall, every chance you get, every time you can, you need to say thank you. You need to thank them for their order. Thank them for shopping from your store. Thank them for not going somewhere else to get essential oils or wellness products, but for getting them from you. And when you do that, you're going to have a healthy, thriving organization. Thanks.
Hey guys, my name is Jody Meschuk, and I am excited to dig into a topic that I am super passionate about. It is duplication. Duplication is truly the engine that promotes growth in building a business with Young Living. When we first begin sharing, think about it. We usually start with our closest friends, maybe family, possibly even a neighbor, basically people whom we have known for quite some time, and we already have some level of trust and relationship with them. We know their health needs, so we help walk them into a Young Living lifestyle. But as you can imagine, even if we may or may not know a ton of people, it takes a lot of people sharing with a few people each month to create exponential and sustainable growth. We are all sharing every day with people in our life, and those people will meet in the future, right? Maybe some that we haven't even met yet at the local gym. So duplication is you, as well as those in your organization sharing with a friend, a family, and a neighbor in an effort to help walk them into the Young Living lifestyle. Duplication is what I love to refer to as the army of ants. You know how there's one ant and then all of a sudden you turn away to go grab your lunch and you look back and now there's thousands of ants that have appeared? Well, it all started with that one, and that one is you. You've already said yes, and now it's time to take along your friends and family with you as well. Without inviting others to join us in this journey, it can start to feel really hard, maybe exhausting. See, the business model of Young Living thrives because it is built on this army of ants concept, and it works. A lot of people sharing with a few people every day creates growth and a strong foundation. So how do we make it easy? Or, like I like to say, how do we normalize the sharing process? First, I want you to think back to your own first experience in sharing Young Living. Was it a casual conversation? Was it a close family member? A best friend, maybe your trainer at the gym that you see 5 days a week and they watch you put pan away on your shoulder every day. Either way, one of the best ways that we can make it simple is by sharing our own story with our members to help them see and envision that sharing in their own life. They can begin to put together, based on our story and how simple we keep it, what that means to them in their daily life and who they can share with. We can also help make it easy for others to share by asking questions, exploratory questions. Things like, hey Jamie, I know you've been really loving your starter kit. So I have a question for you. If I were to take away 3 things that you loved the most, what would those be? And she might think for a second. She might come back with stress away, thieves, and the hand sanitizer. And I go, you know what? I bet there's a lot of people in your life that are dealing with stress. So many people in the world are dealing with stress. And I bet you there's some people in your life that want to boost their immune system or want to use a clean product for their family that they don't have to worry about questionable ingredients that might be in it. So I'm curious, Jamie, I wonder who in your life do you think could use this right now? Just asking exploratory questions based on things that we know they're using and they're loving. I might even open up a conversation to better understand where they're at in the lifestyle, where Jamie is at, and plant seeds of sharing in our conversation back and forth. Another option I'd like to offer you is providing a simple way that we can help with tools, giving tools to somebody on our team, a member that we are having a conversation with about sharing and the lifestyle and what they're loving. So maybe this tool is sending them a little care package full of sharing drams and maybe some starter kit brochures, making it easy for them to fill those sample drams and give it to somebody in their life. Normalizing that sharing process, but also breaking down the barriers of how do I share? What do I use? What do I give? What tool can I start with? And we can start with a simple sharing package. maybe some drams, and maybe some starter kit brochures, and then following up with them. And through that relationship building that we are already doing with each member, those little nuggets start to appear, and we get to plant even more seeds along the way. Those members are your army of ants. A lot of people, what becomes a lot of people, sharing with just a few every single day. Now, I want to bring up this too for a second. As we go along in our Young Living journey, we can often get sidetracked by different systems, books, advice, and basically shiny objects. I would like to offer to you that the system that works is the system of simplicity and consistency. Keeping it simple, but showing up every day and being consistent. So how you helped somebody get started is exactly how you shared in the very beginning. So thinking about this, going back to how you helped somebody get started that very first time and how you probably still share with people today, that is exactly what we want to be putting in front of our members every single day by planting those seeds and creating that army of ants. One of the best analogies I ever heard was from my friend Chris Opfer. You may probably know him. And it is to imagine that the beginning of our Young Living journey, the beginning of our business building with Young Living is like starting on a brand new ship. And our ship is right there docked in the harbor. Well, our first act of letting that rope go is really when we share for the first time and we begin to see that thank you check from Young Living, right? We shared and we're kind of like letting that rope go in our ship so that we can set sail out of that harbor. Well, danger may come along, and it does sometimes. And that is when we attempt to look at all the other ships in the harbor and wonder, what are they doing? Is their system better? Is their stuff better? Is that thing going to help me grow? And the distractions start to come. And we start to go from ship to ship to ship. And meanwhile, our ship never actually left the harbor. We're still in the same place that we began with. Simplicity, my friends. We never stop sharing our story. Number one, we never stop sharing our story. We continually help others explore Young Living more and more every day with education and community. And we help make it easy for our members to share with a friend, a family member, and a neighbor. And that kicks off our army of ants. And then all of a sudden, our ship has left the harbor and we have set course on building a business. I hope that's helpful for you guys. I love duplication. It is truly the foundation of growing a very strong and healthy Young Living business.
A Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, and I'm here to talk to you about time. We're not going to talk about time management because I actually don't believe that's what we should be doing. Sometimes I think we act like managing time is sort of like riding a bull. We're just wrangling this wild creature, trying to stay on and sort of look good doing it for 8 seconds until we just fall off and get bruised and battered. But it doesn't have to be that way. I believe we should be directing our time. Time has no power in and of itself. It only has what we give it. We decide where it goes. But the problem is that most of it, we don't intentionally make a decision about where it goes until we feel like it flew away or was stolen from us. But it's simply that it left when we weren't watching. It kept moving because that's what it does. because it doesn't have power to decide where it's going. It just kept moving. The seconds kept ticking, and we weren't paying attention while life happened. We have to wake up and pay attention. And suddenly, our ability to create harmony in our lives, I really don't say balance, because I don't believe balance is fully possible. I believe instead we're always going to be in this process of moving things in the right places to work for us. So picture a soundboard. I read this in a book and it was so impactful for me, and I've shared it so many times since then. When you're mixing sound, you are in this process of constantly saying, what sounds better right now? This needs to go up while this is happening, then this comes down, and this goes up, and this comes down, to create harmony. You're not trying to make all the instruments or the voices or the sounds sound the same. You're trying to make it sound beautiful. I'm not going to try to keep everything the same in my life and keep it balanced. I'm going to try to prioritize what matters the most to me. If I have a new baby goes up, other activities go down. And in the case of this opportunity, I saw what this could do for my family, and I pushed it up. I had just had my 5th baby. We had moved. My life was crazy. I homeschool. I didn't have extra time to throw at this opportunity, but I saw what it could mean for my family. I saw on the other end of it massive opportunity to have the things that I wanted for us on a day-to-day basis. So I want you to grab your calendar and look at it with me, okay? As you look at your calendar, I want you to ask yourself, what do I want more of in my life? Yes, the big things. Yes, the big dream things, like, do I want, big trips to travel with my family? Do I want material things or time things or people things that are big and huge visionary things? Yes, those. But also tomorrow. What would you like for tomorrow to look like if you could just choose? What would you like for your day-to-day to look like? Those are the things. If they're possible to do right now, put them on your calendar now. Don't wait. It's not going to someday suddenly happen. Get them on there. If they are things that aren't possible right now, how are you going to get there? And what I found is that this business, this opportunity, the reason I'm so passionate about sharing this with other people is because it gets you to those things, whether they need time or they need resources to make them happen. This gives you that. And I believe that it can do that for you and for your family. But you have to be intentional, and your calendar is going to have to reflect what's going to get you to that end goal long term. So what are the activities that these other leaders are teaching you about that you need to do for this Young Living opportunity to get more oils on more people and have more people ordering more oils and products? That's all this business is. It's extremely simple, and your calendar needs to reflect that. But here's the thing. We act like it's all separate, and we say, oh, I don't have time for that because my schedule's already full. But see, you don't have to have time outside of your schedule always to make your business work. Here's what I'm saying. The secret to doing this as a very busy person is this business should integrate into your life. It's a network marketing business. It's a people business. So what you do is you go into your already scheduled activities, your already scheduled job, life, family, friends, just the things that you love to do, and you just pour some oil on them. That's how this works. You use your products every single day, every single place that you go. You have your friends over and you run your diffusers. You go to the ball game to watch your kids and you put on your Young Living bug repellent, or you use your sunscreen and you offer some to them. You're in a waiting room and you rub down with your hand sanitizer and you offer it to the person next to you. You use your products everywhere that you go, and you are a walking product of your product. And you don't have to necessarily be in all this separation where you have to have this other time to do these things. You have friends over who have kids and you go through the kit with them. You make this business work in your life. You can do that in so many different ways. And then yes, you will need those chunks of time sometimes to do things. And so you're intentional. You communicate with your family and the people in your life and say, I'm going to need some chunks of time in order to make this happen. This is why I want it to happen, because this is the vision I have for where this opportunity could take our family. Where could we find me some chunks where you guys could help, where this could be blocked off and we could consider it important and prioritize that I get some time to do these things. And then when you have that time, you got to buckle down and make intentional use of it because it's precious. But you need to look at your schedule and make sure that it's working for you. Ask yourself, second question, where do you shine? Where do you come alive? What makes you just be the most productive and the most effective and the most magnetic? Do more of those things. And even the jobs that you don't really want to do, take the way you love doing things into those jobs, into the outside the home job that you have, into your laundry and dishes and taking care of kids. Take the you and the way you love to do things with music, with stories, with whatever, and do that at the same time you're doing those other activities. Put in your Audible and learn while you're doing dishes. Learn how to be productive and be effective in your life. If you know that you don't do well at night and need lots of sleep, be really intentional with your morning time and with your other opportunities. If you do great at night, carve out some hours at night. The night hours are the ones that we really let slip away while we just sort of veg at the end of our day, and that's fine. But 6 months down the road, all that's gotten us is some vegging time, and we didn't really intentionally rest, and we didn't really intentionally get anything done, and so it's just lost time. Do we need a little of that? Sure, but be intentional. This is an hour where I'm going to do that. This is an hour where I'm going to connect with people, because connecting with people is going to lead me to opportunities in this business. Then I want you to just make a commitment to do some things on a regular basis. Learn about yourself, learn about this business, learn about your oils, learn about other people. Just daily, just learn something, a little something as you go. Learn to say no to the things that aren't getting you to what you want in your life, to what makes you shine, to what's going to grow this process for you. All of us that have been successful in this will tell you that we said no for a season to a lot of things so that we could say the big yeses. Learn to press the easy button everywhere that you can. Utilize the resources that are created for you, that Young Living has, that your team has, things like this that we've brought to you. Utilize every easy button that is out there to save you time, because time is precious. And where your time needs to go is connecting with the people that only you can connect with. Network marketing, relationships, more people ordering more oils, more of your oils on more people, exposing them to your product, more of your oils on you so that you are a product of the product. Being intentional with the moments that you have and bringing and integrating your opportunity with this business into your life. Make it one and the same. From a mom of 8, I'm telling you, it is so possible. You can do this. This can fit in to what you have. You can create space for this. And on the other side, you are going to be so glad that you did.
Ray Lewis. I'm a Royal Crown Diamond, and I'm going to talk today about making money. Honey, making money with Young Living. I'm going to make it super simple because that's how my brain works, and the nitty gritty can all be found under member resources in your virtual office. Go to member resources, go find the compensation plan. But today I want to talk about the gist of how we make money and go into a little bit of the details just to break it down. Because if you are in this business and you want to see success, you have to know where the money comes from so that you know exactly what to focus on, who to connect with, and what to do, right? So again, this is going to be pretty simple, and here we go. Making money, the gist of it can be broken down into 4 main categories. The first one is to enroll new members. You always want to be seeking out new people who could benefit from Young Living products and or the business. Enrolling new members is top priority. That's also part of how you're going to grow the team, of course. Second is loyal ordering. Our program is called Essential Rewards. It's people who are committed to ordering every month because they love the product so much. This also guarantees each month that you don't start at 0 and rebuild every single month, but that you have guaranteed OGV, organization group volume. You have guaranteed numbers coming in every month, and that helps the team to continue growing. The more that you can get people falling in love with these products and using them and needing them in their home, the better. We want more oils in more homes. The third way that you can grow is through flipping ranks. Both your own, you want to grow through the ranks, and then you want to turn around and help your team to do the same. This will bring you money as well. And then the fourth way to do it is to constantly be showing up, teach and lead. And then over here in big star-spangled excitement, I wrote rinse and repeat. If you are doing just this all the time, you can go from distributor to Royal Crown Diamond, because that is the core of what you do. The other leaders that are teaching beside me, and you will hear so many different ways to grow, and that's all incredibly valuable information, but I want you to keep it simple. If you ever feel stuck, go back to the basics. Am I doing these 4 things and helping my team to do the same? Then I'm on the path to success, right? Am I in the habit of enrolling new members, helping them to get on Essential Rewards, helping people to see the value of hitting a new goal or hitting a new rank within the company? And then am I teaching and leading and consistently showing up in the way that I can? If so, you're doing awesome. Go get them, Tiger. Okay, now we're gonna go into the details of where this money actually comes from. I broke it into 2 categories, bonuses and commissions. So first I'll talk about bonuses. Again, you can find more details under member resources. I'm gonna just fly through this. The first one is a starter kit bonus. You get $25 anytime you help to enroll a person with a starter kit. That's 100 PV. You get $25. The second one is called a fast start bonus. You are earning 25% of anything that your new member orders in their first 3 months. So here's where enrolling new members and Essential Rewards or loyal ordering comes in. Even if they're not on Essential Rewards, you get 25% of their PV for their first 3 months. That's fast start. This encourages us to help to help people who are coming in know how to use the product right away, so that they want more, right? The third one is an Essential Rewards bonus. When someone that you enroll jumps on Essential Rewards, when that order processes, you get $15 on your next paycheck. The fourth one is the Silver Bound bonus, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Depending on which rank you're going for, Star, Senior Star, Executive, or Silver, you could earn, in that order, $50, $250, $500, or 1,500 buckaroos as a one-time cash bonus. It is a prize or a gift for structuring your team in such a way that you are setting up for long-term success. You don't earn these bonuses just by flipping to that rank. You earn them by flipping to the rank and having some extra things in place. Make sure to learn all about the Silver Bound bonus because you want that and you want to help your team get it too. Okay, and then the fifth thing, I'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but it's called Generation Leadership Bonus. And basically it means that when you hit the rank of Silver and above, you start getting a bonus based on the people in your team also hitting the rank of silver or above. It's a share. So silver is 1 share, gold is 2 shares, platinum is 3, diamond is 4, crown diamond is 5, royal crown diamond is 6 shares. You can earn a share up to the highest rank that you are. The highest rank that you are being paid for, that's what you get paid on. So it's incredibly important to do this, flipping ranks and teaching and leading to then grow your paycheck through this generational bonus. Okay, and then commissions is over here. Again, look into it more, but unilevel commissions is going to be the bulk of your paycheck up until about the rank of silver. Once you are, especially at like diamond, crown diamond, royal crown diamond, which is the end goal, the highest that you can get, the bulk of your check will come from this generation commission. So this is what you really, really want to hone in on. Unilevel is money that you make based off of the orders of the people on your first 5 levels, so directly underneath you. If you enroll someone, they enroll someone, they enroll someone, they enroll someone. Your first 5 levels, you're going to be making 8%, 5%, and 4%, depending on which rank you are. So the value there is to, again, be enrolling new members and helping them to order loyally, because the people in your first 5 levels are the ones that you're making that unilevel commission off of. And you also get to turn around and help them make unilevel on their teams as well. And then the last one that I want to talk about, this is the bulk of my paycheck as a Royal Crown Diamond, comes from generation commissions. Generations are people who have hit silver or above. So basically, I am a family. As soon as I'm silver, I am a family. And then when I have another silver rank up within my organization, they've started a new generation. So I'm the first generation, I'm personal generation, and I get 2.5% of everything in my generation and everyone who's not under another family, under another silver. Once someone hits silver, they're their own family. They're a generation. I earn 3% on generations 2 through 7 at Royal Crown Diamond. It's 2 through 7. And then 1% on generation 8. So again, this goes back to flipping ranks, helping people to get to the rank of silver and above especially is so important when you're looking to start, someone's here, to start making money in your organization and your business. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Go get them.